Hey everyone, the purpose of this week's participation task is for you to gain some experience and learn a really good AI chatbot prompting framework. In particular, the Prepared framework from Dan Fitzpatrick. All right, so we're going to do this. We've done this in class together. We've gone through this, starting with all going through this whole framework, starting with the first four letters of this framework: prep, proposing the task, giving it a role, being explicit, asking for the presentation. Zipping over to ChatGPT, here's an example of kind of what mine look like, okay, that includes those first four parts of the framework. Okay. After that, you continue on with the follow-up prompts. A, have the AI ask you some questions one at a time to further improve the output. Ask it to rate its own output, and depending on what you see in how it rates itself, you may ask it to recreate it, but improve with one or more of those criteria that it rated itself on to even further improve the output. E, emotions. Up the ante with regards to emotions. So what you'll see here for my sample, scrolling down, those were the questions I answered. By the way, when you're asking it to ask you questions, you can just say, hey, that's good, I'm done with the questions. It may go on for a long time unless you tell it how many questions to answer. So there are the self-rating. You can ask it to redo it. So now that I've done that, in terms of that emotion, try again with this entire project because my job depends on it or something like that. It seems to work for some reason. And moving on to the next one, D, the final one, for diversity. Are there any underrepresented voices in this project? Help me incorporate them. That type of thing. And that is the prepared framework. So you've gone ahead and done that. So that would be the first part. Now we've got a template that I've attached. You've got your own with your own name on it. And essentially what I'm asking you to do is go back into ChatGPT and copy and paste your prompts into here, okay? So I would copy this first prompt. This is the PREP, the first four letters of that framework. Go back into here and paste it into here, etc. Go back through just all of your prompts. You don't need to copy and paste in all of the outputs that it has given you, versions of it. Just show me that you've done the prompting here. And you're going to copy and paste those into this template. And then once you've got the final version that you are happy with, you've gone through this entire thing, it's given you its best version. Perhaps you've even, with your own brain and knowledge and expertise, and you do have expertise, do trust yourself. You know a lot. You've been on this earth a while. You're going to know even more as you continue to grow in your teaching experience. But you feel free to tweak and adjust. Copy and paste in this final box, the entire thing, soup to nuts, right? All of it. Not just your final output. Okay, I'm not going to go through this with a fine-tooth comb. And by the way, something that would, what can you create? Maybe it's a lesson plan or part of a lesson plan, like an opener or an engagement activity midway through, or something to help students reinforce their learning with a particular task. I mean, you've just learned about some great cognitive science strategies. Maybe you want some retrieval practice games to try out, or who knows what. Maybe it's an assessment, something like that. That's what you're going to do. Now, one reminder, and we'll go through this in class. We've gone through this in class. Under the Tools menu, go into Preferences and make sure this Enable Markdown is selected. The reason why is in ChatGPT, once it gives you an output, there is a copy button right here, but if you don't have that markdown enabled, it loses some of the formatting. Now if you highlight like this and copy and paste, you can retain some of that formatting, sometimes all of it. But for things like tables even, it doesn't really always work that well. But in Google Docs, if you enable that markdown, then the formatting, particularly with stuff like tables and bullets and bold and stuff like that, will be retained. So that is, let's just scroll down the bottom here to the scoring guide. That is your 4 out of 5 task, okay? Here it is there. You've got lots of choices in terms of what you'd like to create. And then include also those initial prompt and all the follow-up prompts in that return template. That's the 4 out of 5. Now, if you want 5 out of 5, you'll create a new web page. If you've been using Google Sites, just add a new page to an existing website that you've been using for this course. And you're going to create that web page with the title of this task, AI Tools to Design High-Quality Learning Experiences, something like that. Something close to it anyway, so I know which task it is. And then using the embed feature let me give you an example. I've got an embedded Google Docs here. So using the embed feature or the from Google Drive, you're going to copy and paste either the link for your document that anyone could view, right? Or you're going to embed it from Google Drive. Either way, it will embed a live document into this Google site. I know there's at least one of you who's using, if not more, who are using Canva web publishing tool, and I realize that they don't allow you to embed the actual document. So you can put a screenshot to the document or a hyperlink to the document. If there's no way to embed the document, I guess I can't mark you down for that. So, but if you're using Google Sites, I do want it embedded. So you'll embed that in there, and also just give me 1 to 3 sentences of text describing what could you adjust or revise using your own brain. Oh, you're always in the driver's seat as the teacher, okay? You're not giving your power over, your professional judgment over to the AI. You are always staying in control and making those great decisions. And just describe in 1 to 3 sentences how you could or did adjust what was generated by AI. Just a little block of text, and that's it. So in Google Classroom, remember, you're not going to give me this sort of editing version of this. You're going to publish it and then either copy the published link. Once you hit the published, you can also access it through View Published Site and then copy this web address. So the web page is published. This is right to this page. This is the link I want. Okay, you're going to attach that in to your Google Classroom along with the you've already gotten a template with your name on it in the Your Work area. You filled it in. So that plus the link if you're going for 5 out of 5, and that will be the task this week. So thank you very much in advance for all your hard work and efforts. Hopefully we'll get through all of this in class. And if we don't, then you've got this video to rely on. Thank you.